Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that so many of you can relate to. If you're an introvert, you've probably heard certain questions over and over again. They might seem innocent to the person asking, but for you, they can be draining, frustrating, or just plain annoying. It's like a broken record, right? These questions often come from a place of misunderstanding, a world that seems to be designed for extroverts. So today, we're going to call them out. We're going to talk about the top questions introverts absolutely hate hearing and why they hit such a nerve. And if you're not an introvert, stick around. This video will give you some great insight into the minds of your quieter friends, family, and colleagues and help you connect with them on a much deeper level. Let's get started. First up, the absolute classic, the one we've all been waiting for. Why are you so quiet? The question that has haunted introverts since the dawn of time. Imagine you're just vibing, observing the room, listening to the conversation, perfectly content. Then someone shines a spotlight on you with this question. It immediately makes you feel like you're doing something wrong, like being quiet is a problem that needs to be fixed. What are we supposed to say? Oh, I'm just plotting my next move for world domination? Or I'm conserving my energy so I can think profound thoughts. The truth is, we're quiet because we're thinking, we're listening, we're processing. We're not broken, we're just not filling every single moment with noise. For many of us, silence isn't awkward. It's comfortable. This question and its close cousins like, are you shy? Or why don't you speak up more? Put us on the spot and imply our natural state is somehow incorrect. It's like asking a tall person why they're so tall. It's just how we are. Another one that often follows the why are you so quiet question is, are you okay or what's wrong? Now, this one can come from a good place. People see you being calm and assume you must be sad, upset, or angry. They associate a quiet demeanor with the stress. While it's nice that they care, it can be exhausting to constantly have to reassure people that, yes, you are perfectly fine. You're just not performing happiness in the way they expect. Your happy might look like quiet contemplation. Your engaged might look like intense listening. So when someone asks if you re-okay just because you re-not the loudest person in the room, it feels like your internal peace is being misinterpreted as external turmoil. It makes you feel like you have to put on a show, to smile and be bubbly just to make others feel comfortable. And frankly, that's tiring. My personal favorite variation is the snarky, have you left your mouth at home? It's not just a question. It's a job. It's meant to be funny, but it just comes across as rude, making you feel even less inclined to speak. Now let's move on to the second category of questions, the ones about our social battery and our precious alone time. Introverts need solitude to recharge. It's not a preference, it's a necessity. It's like how a phone needs to be plugged in. Our social battery drains with interaction, and alone time is our charger. So when someone asks, don't you get bored being all by yourself? It shows a fundamental misunderstanding of who we are. For us, being alone is not boring. It's when we can dive into our hobbies, read a book, watch a movie, think deeply, or just exist without any external pressure. It's blissful. The idea that we need constant external stimulation to avoid boredom is a very extroverted concept. Being alone is when we feel the most creative, relaxed, and most like ourselves. So no, we don't get bored, we get recharged. This leads directly to another zinger. Why don't you want to go out? This is often asked with a tone of disappointment or even accusation, especially when you turn down an invitation to a party or a big social gathering. You try to explain that you're just not feeling it, that you need a quiet night in, and you're met with, but it'll be fun, or don't you like people? Of course we like people. We just prefer to interact with them in smaller doses or in more meaningful settings. A loud, crowded club might be an extrovert's idea of a good time, but for an introvert, it can be a sensory overload nightmare. We're not antisocial, we're selectively social. We value deep connections over a wide network of acquaintances. So when we say we don't want to go out, it's not a personal rejection of the people inviting us. It's us protecting our energy and honoring our own needs. It's self-care. And having that choice question just adds a layer of guilt that we really don't need. Then there's the weekend debrief on Monday morning. Your coworker asks, "So, what did you do this weekend?" You happily recount your peaceful weekend of reading a new novel, binge watching a series, and maybe doing some gardening. Their response, "So you didn't do anything?" Ouch. This one stings because it dismisses everything you did as nothing. In a culture that glorifies being busy and constantly out there, a quiet weekend at home is seen as unproductive or wasted. But for an introvert, that nothing was everything. It was recovery. It was joy. It was the perfect way to reset for the week ahead. Similarly, if you mention you went to a movie or a museum alone, you might get, "You went alone? Why didn't you invite anyone?" This question implies that doing things by yourself is somehow sad or pathetic. But for many introverts, solo adventures are the best. You get to go at your own pace, fully immerse yourself in the experience, and not worry about anyone else's schedule or preferences. It's freedom, not loneliness. Okay, let's talk about the third and final category, the intrusive and judgmental questions. Introverts are often private people. We don't mind deep conversations, but we prefer to have them with people we trust. We're not open books for just anyone to read. So when a relative stranger or a casual acquaintance hits you with a super personal question, it can feel incredibly invasive. A comment like, "You read so hard to get to know" isn't a compliment or an invitation. It feels like a criticism. It's basically saying, "Why aren't you making it easier for me to figure you out?" Well, maybe getting to know someone should take time and effort. Maybe the best connections aren't built on instant, superficial sharing. For introverts, trust is earned and vulnerability is a gift we share selectively. We prefer to build a connection slowly, layer by layer. And then we have the big life questions, often asked at family gatherings. Are you dating anyone? When are you getting married? When are you having kids? These are stressful for anyone. But for introverts who may already feel scrutinized in social settings, it's particularly intense. These questions are deeply personal, and being put on the spot to discuss your private life in front of a crowd is our worst nightmare. It's a huge invasion of privacy. Another classic, especially after you graduate, is, "So, what are you doing with your life now?" It's asked so casually, but it carries so much weight and pressure. It feels like you're being judged on your life choices by someone who barely knows you. Introverts often take a more deliberate and reflective path in life, and having to justify that journey in a 30-second soundbite is both impossible and deeply uncomfortable. The underlying issue with all of these questions is the cultural bias towards extroversion. Society often holds up the talkative, outgoing, life-of-the-party personality as the ideal. Being quiet or needing alone time is seen as a flaw, something that needs to be fixed. We're told to come out of our shell or try being more outgoing, as if our inherent personality is a choice that we can just switch off. But introversion isn't a flaw. It's a temperament, just like extroversion. It's a normal, healthy way of being. Introverts bring so much to the world. We are often great listeners, deep thinkers, creative problem solvers, and loyal friends. We prefer depth over breadth in both our conversations and our relationships. We're not stuck up, rude, or unhappy. We're just introverts, and that's more than okay. It's a strength. So, what can we do? If you're an introvert, know that you don't owe anyone an explanation for who you are. It's okay to set boundaries. You can have a polite, prepared answer. When someone asks, "Why are you so quiet?" you can simply say, "I'm more of a listener," or "I'm just taking it all in." If someone pressures you to go out, you can say, "Thanks for the invite, but I need a quiet night to recharge." You don't have to apologize for your needs. And if you're an extrovert watching this, thank you for wanting to understand. Instead of asking, "Why are you so quiet?" maybe try asking a specific, open-ended question about a topic you think they might be interested in. Instead of assuming they're sad, just say, "It's good to see you." A little understanding goes a long way in making your introverted friends feel seen, respected, and valued for exactly who they are. What are some of the questions you hate hearing as an introvert? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to read your experiences and create a space where we can all relate. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful or relatable, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content about navigating the world as an introvert. Until next time, take care of yourselves and embrace your quiet power. Bye.